Hey guys, it's Kaylee. Welcome back to my channel. I am back today with another what sold from last week video. So if you're interested in seeing some things that sold for me last week and some of the breakdown of my numbers of how much I sold, then just stay tuned. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kaylee. I'm an online reseller. I find used clothing at thrift stores and I flip them online for a profit. My channel is about teaching other people to resell and make money online. All the links that I mentioned in the video are down below in the description. You can click on the link tree down below and it will pop up my eBay and Poshmark closet if you're interested in viewing. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions or you just want to say hi. You can also send me a message over on Instagram. If you like this reseller content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you get notified when I make new videos. Let's jump into today's video. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying that I have people over watching a football game. So if you hear yelling in the background, that's what that's from. Everybody's fine. So starting in total, I sold 47 items across 3 platforms. That's eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. I sold one thing on Etsy this past week. The week that I'm showing you totals for are from September 6th through the 12th. So in total, I sold 47 items for a gross sales total of $1,572.81. Across all the platforms, my average sale price was $33.46, and then my total cost of goods was $182.13. On eBay, I sold 35 items, and on Poshmark, I sold 11 and just one on Etsy. Gross sales on eBay were $1,249, and on Poshmark, it was actually only $285. My average sale price on eBay was about $35, whereas on Poshmark, it was about $25. And then on Etsy, I did sell one thing for a combined total, including shipping, of $38.22. The actual item itself, I believe, sold for $35. So I'm going to jump on and show you some highlighted sales. They won't be all of my sales from last week, but just some that I thought you might want to see and look for good profits. So the very first one I wanted to show you is this rule number 925 men's Stanton jacket. I was able to find the style name of this because it was on the inside of the jacket here. Size extra large, which is a really good size. If you're not already familiar with this brand, you need to become familiar with it because everything I've sold in this brand sells pretty quickly, depending on the price. If it's a larger item, obviously it might take a little bit longer to sell, but in general, they do sell relatively quickly and they sell for good money. I believe this brand used to be owned by Abercrombie & Fitch and they no longer make it, which is why it's so heavily sought after. So especially if you can find a piece like this that is quite substantial, you're going to make some good money. So this is a kind of like a field jacket, utility jacket in an army green, Sherpa lined, very heavy jacket, a lot of details. You can see some zippers, kind of a grungy distressed look. All in all, really great quality, and like I said, this one was more rare, which is why it went for so much. Had this listed for $249.99 and it ended up selling on an offer for $222. Here is another rule number 925 item, which sold in the same week. These are a pair of men's jeans. I find that the button fly ones tend to do pretty well for me, meaning they have a button closure instead of a zipper. And on the inside, they usually have the style name. These ones were called the Mercer Low-Rise Boot. I had these ones listed for $49.99 with free shipping included, and they ended up selling on an offer for $44.99 with free shipping. This next pair of men's jeans is by Hugo Boss. I had them listed for $40.40 with free shipping, and they did sell at full price. Hugo Boss does retail for a lot, but the resale value I don't think is there unless you have a very modern piece or a modern looking piece. These ones in particular had the raw denim, which is why I picked them up. So I wouldn't say pick up everything by this brand, but definitely if you have a more modern looking piece, it can be worth something. Just make sure to do your comps. So that one sold for full price. One of my favorite brands to sell. This is a Ralph Lauren women's fisherman toggle sweater, and this had a bunch of cable knit over it. Toggles are these little wooden button closures. They're not always wood, but this type of closure is called a toggle. I had this listed for $35 and it ended up selling on an offer sent to watchers for $35. Definitely be on the lookout for any fisherman sweaters like this, but especially in this brand, they do really, really well. This is just an amazingly soft sweater, which is basically a line off of American Eagle. I find that these do pretty well. This was also a size extra large, which is a decent size, and it was also a tunic length. So for all of those reasons, I picked it up. Had this listed for $24.99, and it ended up selling on an offer sent out to watchers for $22.49. This is a jeweled chambray top by J. Crew. And I don't pick up every J. Crew piece I see, but this one was a size 12. It was crop, it was chambray, and it was beaded and jeweled. In general, I find that beaded, embellished, jeweled pieces by J. Crew tend to do better than the other pieces. Just having that ornate detail sometimes helps to sell it. So I had this one listed at $28.99 with free shipping, and it did sell at full price. This next one is a pair of women's silver jeans. I highly recommend picking up silver jeans if you're coming across them for a decent price. I always go down the aisle and look for the thick stitching on the sides of the jeans and then see if it's silver or another brand that I might know. This one was called the Aco bootcut jeans, size 31 through 33, and these ended up selling for full price $38.39, and I did offer free shipping. Another Ralph Lauren piece. This one I picked up because it was kind of unique. It had kind of that equestrian look, which can be really popular depending on what you've got. This one had that Western vibe. It was a cowl neck and really interesting stitched sweater. It even had a unique button closure right here, which was also kind of Western. And this piece I had listed for $39.99 and it did end up selling at full price. So as I say, always with this brand, I really look for anything unique or substantial, and this one I thought was. This is a jacket by the brand Prana. Prana makes a lot of outdoorsy type stuff, and depending on the piece you've got, can be worth quite a bit. I had never found a jacket by this brand, but recently I have found a couple, and they all do really, really well for me. So this was no exception. I had this listed at $39.99 and it ended up selling on an offers to watchers for $35.99. This is a Lululemon piece. I was able to find the style name of this by looking it up. So this is a pleats and thank you top in a mauve color, and it was made out of Pima cotton. Just a cute little Lululemon long sleeve top. I don't usually pick up Lululemon tops unless they are long sleeve or have some kind of unique style to them. The tank tops don't usually in general do very well for me, so I look for more substantial pieces like this one. So with Lululemon, I think it is really important to try to do your best and find the style name, because depending on what the style name is, you can do better comps for it and not overprice or underprice your item because you know the exact style you're looking for. So this one I had listed at $38.99 and it didn't end up selling at full price. Moving on over to Poshmark, I sold this pair of men's jeans. This is by the brand Buffalo David Bitton. This brand can do well for me in men's jeans as long as they are a modern looking style, which I thought that these were. These were in really excellent condition, and the style was called Ash X, which made it really easy to look up to see if it was indeed a desirable style. So these ones I had listed at $29 and the buyer just bought them outright, but typically I would expect for this brand and this style about $25. Another pair of jeans, these are a pair of women's jeans by the brand Jessica Simpson. Not typically a brand I'd recommend looking up, but these are the high-rise skinny ankle jeans. And I wanted to show these to you because even though they're not a brand that you might look out for, I pick up all kinds of jeans if they are modern and have a lot of keywords and key styles going for them. So definitely does not always need to be a super high-end brand. Sometimes it's just all about the size and the style of the jeans. These ones sold for $24. These are called the Metro Slouch Jogger Pants, and I really love picking up all kinds of Athleta bottoms, not just their leggings, and in fact, sometimes the pants do better for me than the leggings. So these ones sold for $35, and kind of along Lululemon, if you can find the exact style name, you're going to be able to better price your items. This is a jacket by Fashion Nova. This is a stitched, embroidered, whatever you want to call it. It's got some patches and embroidery on it. Graphic troublemaker with rose details that even came to the bottom. This, as you can see, was a pretty popular item. I think I had this listed at $35 and I accepted an offer of $30 on this jacket. This is a one-of-a-kind shirt. This seems to be people that DIY stuff and remake it. I thought this was just really cute, and I know that graphic band tees are really in, and so it was made way more girly by putting the mesh and sequin details at the bottom, which I really liked. Had this listed I think for $35 and I ended up accepting an offer for $28. This is a bread and butter brand for me. This is the brand Logo by Lori Goldstein, which is a brand sold on QVC. They make a lot of comfortable but cute, modern, somewhat minimalist pieces depending on what you get. This was just a blue duster cardigan and it did have pockets. This sold for $25. Last item on Poshmark, this is a Zara women's floral colored dress. This one was new with tags. In the area that I live, a lot of thrift stores are getting new with tags Zara items. I don't know where they get them from, but I'm happy to receive them. I don't pick up everything Zara new with tags, but when they are substantial pieces, and typically I can look up the style name, I'm able to see whether this particular style does well or not because it does have the tags with all of that information on it. So this one sold for $40. And last item I wanted to show you was the one item that sold on Etsy. This is a vintage Liz Claiborne vintage silk dress. I've been having really good luck with vintage silk dresses. I don't pick up all of them, but if they're kind of unique or have a decent print, I'll pick them up. I always check them over for holes. So this one's by Liz Claiborne, which is definitely not a brand I seek after, but I liked the tropical print and the little wrap detail that came in tied right here, which gave it some interesting shape. So this one sold for $35 plus on top of that the buyer paid shipping.
Alright guys, so that is it for what sold last week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how your sales are going for you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.